my channel. Now today, I gave a smoky eyeshadow look a go. This is the first time doing this look and I feel like it went quite well. Do excuse a white band of glue if you can see one. I get so sick and tired of waiting for this eyelash glue to dry, and in the end I just give up and film, so you know. But anyway, this is how it turned out. I'm very chuffed with it and it's super easy to do, and if you keep watching, you can see how I did it and maybe do it too. Hope you enjoy. Okie dokie, so actually doing things in the correct order today. Typically when I film videos, I do my face first, just because it makes me look a bit better. But really, you should do your eyes first so that you don't have fallout from your eyeshadow look and you can neaten it up with concealer and everything afterwards. So that is what we're going to do today. I am going to start with my eyebrows and then do the main look of the day, the smoky eye look. I'm actually going to apply my primer first, so then that really has time to set into my skin. I'm still using the Revolution Matte and Fix primer. Seems a bit of a shame really, you can't necessarily tell with the lighting. It's been beautiful and sunny here recently, and I actually have a little bit of a tan on my face, and I've actually had loads of freckles that have all come out here, but you can't see it at all on the camera. Okay, now that is done, let's start with eyebrows. Just brush them out to begin with. And then I have a little brush here and my Revolution Pro pomade. This is in the shade Auburn. And I'm just going to fill them in and carve them out a little bit, give them some shape. Now I just have a little bit of brow gel, and I'm gonna apply this, mainly concentrating on this part of my eyebrow here, just to give it a little bit of texture. However, I am gonna take it throughout the rest of the brow, so the hairs are a little bit more defined, but I like to use only a tiny bit of pomade on that inner bit of eyebrow, and then just make it a little bit fluffy. Here I have my concealer. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer, and I'm just going to pop a little bit on each lid, and this is actually what I'm going to use as a base, as a sort of primer for my eyeshadow. Here we are, and I'm just going to blend this in, and at the same time I can sharpen this arch underneath my eyebrow as well. There we go. Now, this is the eyeshadow palette I'll be using today. It's my Morphe palette. This is an old palette. It's 35F, Fall into Frost, and I mean, how many years ago it was super duper popular, and I still love it. I still think it's absolutely amazing, and I've got enough of the colours left to continue using it. Here it is. It definitely looks well used, but this is perfect for today's look. So first of all, I am going to take this shade here, and I'm going to get a really quite fluffy brush to apply this. I'm going to apply this all over my lid as a sort of base. Now, it's just a little bit darker than my skin, so it still has a little bit of pigment, a little bit of colour to it, but it's light enough to be a really good base colour to then build upon. This is meant to be a really doable smoky eye look, so we'll see how it goes. These are pretty basic colours that a lot of people will have within their makeup collection. There we are. Now that I've applied that, I'm then going to choose this slightly warm reddish brown we have over here, and I want to be a little bit more precise in my application of this, so I'm going to use a flatter, slightly denser brush here. This again is going on my lid, but only to the crease of my eye, and I want the colour to be quite solid as well. I think that this would actually work with an even redder brown. There we are. Here I've got a very small fluffy brush. I'm going to go for this one here. It's kind of like a taupe colour, it's fairly light. And I'm going to use this fluffy brush just to go around the crease where we stopped the other colour. Now I am actually going to go in with this blending brush just to smooth things over a little bit, but I'm going to blend very lightly because I don't want to, these colours are very similar and I don't want to blend them together too much. I still want there to be a slight difference in the shades on my eye. So it's more the outer edge that we want to smooth out. Now I have this little brush. This is angled and it's very dense and compact, but it's small. And we're gonna go in with the black. So I'm literally gonna take it as close to my eyelash line as possible, as if I was applying eyeliner to begin with. And this is where it's good that I have not done the rest of my makeup yet, as black is a tricky colour to shift off if you've already got foundation on your face. Okay, step one done on that eye. Let's do the other eye. I'm taking it higher in the corners, not like a flick, but just to ensure that the shape of the eyeshadow isn't drooping down on my eye. So now I am just going to go back over this to really build up that colour. Now we're just going to blend this in a little bit. Black can be a tricky eyeshadow, I find, because if it's not pigmented enough, it looks really naff in my opinion, and also it can be really tricky to blend, but I think we have done okay here. I'm actually going to sort of blend that up a little bit just to get slightly darker edge up here. There we are. Now I'm going to get my eyeliner. This is the L'Oreal Matte Super Liner. These are my favourite kinds of eyeliners. I've tried them all and these are the ones that I get on with the most. And I'm going to draw on a line on my waterline. And I'm not going to worry about being too neat about this. I'm going to take it right across the bottom of my eye. And I'm actually going to use the eyeshadow to darken this and really fill it out, to really get that smoky look underneath here. I'm going to use the same brush that I did before, put a little bit more black on there, and away we go. Whew, very smoky, and I've definitely got some of that eyeshadow in my eyes. Wow. Okay, let's blend this a little bit, just to smoothen it out. Looking good and smoky. The last bit of eyeshadow that I'm going to use is some shimmer, because whilst we've got a good smoky eye going here, I do want to brighten up these corners. So this is a well-loved colour up here. The pigment of the shimmers in this palette is just absolutely insane. So got some of this, and I'm just going to start right in the corner of my eye and try as neatly as possible to bring it up ever so slightly. I'm really trying not to make this overpowering, which I tend to do with shimmers. I tend to put far too much on, but I just get carried away. I see it on there and I'm just like, yeah, more. Come on, not today. I'm gonna get my blending brush again and just trying to blend that in a little bit so it still stands out as a nice shimmer, but it's all smoothed over. Okay, what's left on this brush from the shimmer, I'm actually going to take and put underneath my eyebrow arch, like so. Oh, that is so shimmery. And there we are. Now I just need to apply some eyelashes. I always put a little bit of mascara on. I'm using Wispy Lash by Revolution, which this combined with an eyelash curler is perfect for an everyday lash. But today I'm just going to put a little bit on because I definitely prefer putting mascara on before I apply my lashes. I know that that's something that people do differently, but my preference is definitely before the lash. I just feel like it fills in that line between your actual lash and the fake lash a bit more smoothly. I just think it looks a bit neater. Today we are using the Wispy Lash Foaming Collection Revolution. Still my favourite. Haven't been tempted to invest in a different lash yet. Been using these for a while, and I think it will suit this look. They are quite big, and sometimes I wonder if they're too big, but then I decide that actually I love them. I'm just going to apply these, so I will see you in a minute. Now, that was a little bit interesting actually, because I appeared to have misplaced my tweezers. So I actually have lash glue all over the shop right now, but it dries clear, so hopefully we're all good. I'm now going to apply my face. So I really do hope that these lashes end up looking okay, because that'd be a bit of a shame if they didn't. The foundation that I am using is the Revolution Conceal and Define in the shade F5. I don't want to put too much on actually. My skin is actually looking fairly decent, and I think it's down to experiencing some sunshine in the last week. So I don't really want to cover it up with a massively heavy layer of foundation, but definitely need a little bit when I have done eye makeup this heavy. Use a little bit of foundation to just, you know, even it out a bit. There we are. A fairly light layer of foundation. Now I'm going to pop a little bit of this concealer on underneath my eyes. Only a touch, because the eyeshadow goes quite low and is quite smoky. We're not going to go right up to my waterline with this. We're literally just going to tap it into that sort of slightly dark skin there. Now I just need to darken myself up a little bit with some powder. I am using the Revolution Ultra Contour Palette still, even though it's basically run out of everything. Well, getting there anyway. But it's my favourite. I'm going to go in with this light one initially. And do this more bronzer styly, just to get some of that brown back into my skin and just warm things up a touch. I'm going to take one of the darker shades and just put it into the corner here to really define my cheekbone area. And the rest is much lighter application. I also really love going down my nose. I really think that this is flattering, and I think it just adds a little bit more shape. When you're adding all this makeup on, it can make your face look a little bit flat, but without doing a full-on contour look, just adding a little bit to your nose and under here just gives you a little bit of that shadow back. Time to blend this all in. Can actually still see some of my freckles up there, which is lovely, because I did not want to get rid of them completely. Yes, this look is coming together. Apart from the fact that I've still got loads of white glue there, but it is drying slowly but surely, so hopefully that will sort itself out. Okie dokie. Highlighter. Here I have the Revolution Pro palette. All these shades are fantastic. My personal favourite is the middle one. I actually use this one here on my eyelids quite a lot, but I'm gonna dust a bit of gold in here, down my nose, and especially on the tip of my nose. Love that. And just a tiny bit up here, but not too much. As I've got quite textured skin on my forehead, it doesn't necessarily look the best putting highlighter up there, because it kind of just emphasizes the texture that's there. But I am going to do a little bit on my Cupid's bow there. And now we need some lipstick. Nothing too fancy today. I'm going for a nude one because I've got such dark eyes. I think that nude complements it well. So this is Bow Down. It's a Revolution lip kit. There we go. Oh, I did forget actually to put a little bit of mascara on my lower line. Not much, just a little dab to give them a little bit more colour. Okay, we are finished. We are done. Let's get some setting spray on. Gosh. I always speak too soon when I spray that. It has been such a long time since I've actually done my makeup properly and been going out wearing it. Like, I've done my makeup plenty of times for no reason at all. And today, thanks to all the lockdowns gradually lifting, I can actually use this makeup I've done. Because it always seems a bit of a shame. I've just found them. Oh well, I did okay. You can still see some of the glue, but I did okay. It always seems a bit of a shame taking off makeup that I'm really happy with when people haven't been able to see it and I've been able to go out with it. So, let's chuck all this stuff away. Ignoring the white line from my glue, I am pretty happy with this. I think this is very wearable, very easy, smoky eye look that anyone can do. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed making it. If you did, please do like and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.